So does Walmart provide bereavement pay and time off? Well, yeah, they do actually. And they do a pretty good job at it. In times like a death in the family, the last thing you want to be doing is worrying about how am I going to get paid? I got to handle doing all these things like arrangements or I got to travel somewhere for a funeral, or you're just, you're probably in grief. And so it's those times in your life where you're like, I can't even think about that right now. I'm just crushed. I got to deal with what I got to deal with. And the last thing you want to be doing is trying to figure your job out, because you know how it goes. The bills just keep coming. You got to pay those, and you need to stay in good standing with your job. And so when you have a job that's understanding about this kind of thing, then that's a good thing. I mean, that's really what you want. And Walmart does a really good job of that. They make it a no hassle situation. So as you can see, I'm not in the truck, and that is because I'm on bereavement time off right now. Family member of mine, my brother-in-law, passed away very unexpectedly. I mean, this isn't a situation where, somebody's had cancer or problems for months and years. Like, he's been completely healthy, not an issue whatsoever. And he basically last week, he went to sleep and then he never woke up again. And it was a massive heart attack. And so my wife, she's absolutely crushed. My mother-in-law, just same thing, father-in-law. And so my wife, she's here with the kids. And she can really use me here as soon as possible, being really, it's been really hard on her. So once I found out, I called work. I told them the situation, and they said, we're turning you around right now. And so immediately, got turned around, started heading back, got back to the DC. Before I even got to the DC, they were like, do whatever you need to do. Take whatever time. It's fine. You get 3 days bereavement. You get 5 days bereavement, but 3 of the days are paid. The other 2, if you want to get paid by them, you either use your own PTO time or you can go to a third-party thing that we call it Sedgwick, and you can get paid that way by using personal time. And, if it's something really extensive, which, for me, it's not that extensive, but if it's really extensive, like you're the one in charge of services and burial and doing all these different things, I mean, you're going to need more than 3 days or 5 days. Especially if somebody has like an estate or their home and their belongings, and you have to be the one to divide all that up, handle it. If there's a trust, a will, all this stuff. I mean, Walmart still hooks you up. I mean, at that point, there's other options. You take like a leave, or it basically, they just have different titles of what kind of time off you're taking. But in my situation, I mean, I just needed to be here with my wife. So I was able to get home right away. I was already, I'm week on, week off. So I was already going to have 5 days off. So I came home 2 days early. I used 2 of the bereavement days. And then, so 7 days altogether to be here with her and just be supportive, And the 3rd day I'm going to use for the actual funeral, which is in December. And so I'm just going to add that on to my days off and then, go up and take care of that. But if you're interested, the family member is actually somebody that I've interviewed here on the channel a couple of times. His name is Zap. And he basically, I talked him into being a truck driver, told him that his best option was to do fuel, to be a fuel truck driver. And so that's what he's been doing for the last 3 years. Done exceptionally well, just exceptionally well. And if you watch the interviews, you'll see when he talks about it, he just did excellent. And so anyway, I have those 2 videos if you want to check them out. I'll put the links down in the description if you want to check them out. But he's the one. And he'll be dearly missed. I mean, it was very unexpected. 46 years old, had kids, a wife, and then just unexpected like that all at once. So pretty devastating, but it really pays off to work somewhere that they understand things happen in life, and you just got to get to it and take care of it. You can't be worrying about your job or worrying about getting paid. That is absolutely wrong to work somewhere and have to deal with any of those things, and it's a problem. If you got a job like that, I suggest you just leave that job. Yeah, I get it. Oh, well, this pays really well. Well, it's up to you. I mean, what's more important, that you have a really high-paying job or you take care of your family members, like your wife or whoever that's in grief? To heck with the job, man. I'm going to do my first responsibility as a husband, and a father before I'm going to worry about my job. And so it just works when, you work somewhere where that's not a big hassle. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. So, like I said, 3 days outright just pay. It's my ADP, which is $481 at the moment per day. I don't have to do anything. They just automatically put it in for me. I just tell them which day or what days I want to use them. And so it doesn't come off my PTO, which is called the paid time off. These are days that are just given to me. So whatever days off I have collected, it doesn't affect that in any way. Sedgwick, if you're going to get those other 2 days, then you have to call them, and there's a process involved there, which I'll make another video for that one day, so you can understand how that works. But basically, you would just call this third party number, and then they say what's the reasoning, what's going on, and you tell them, and they go, okay, here's your options, here's what we need from you, and then you just get it done, and then they pay you just the same, it comes in your paycheck. And I won't say that's a no hassle. Sedgwick has been a little bit of a headache in the past, but overall, I'm happy with it. I'm glad there's something there. Besides bereavement, I've had things where, like, my wife was sick. She's had surgeries. My daughter, had an emergency thing that went on for a few months. I had to use the Sedgwick thing to take care of taking her where she needed to go, or her appointments, and find out what was going on there. And it was great. I was able to handle what I needed to handle, and it wasn't some big headache. So yeah, the answer to the question is yes, I have bereavement pay, and it's 3 days. Well, 5 days. 3 of the days are outright paid, and there's just a lot more to it. But if people say that family is the most important thing, and you wouldn't be out here working if it wasn't for family, well, this is just one more thing here where I work at, where they're giving you opportunity to be able to take care of your family and still have a great job, and not have to worry about secondary things like your job when it comes to a death of the family or something like that. So hope that helps. And like I said, look down in the description, and I'll have the links to those other 2 videos. And thanks for watching.